In 2023, one of my biggest goals is to grow Degenerate Plays, which is our other channel where we hang out, play games, talk, podcast style, and have a lot of discussions. And I hope you will check that out because it means a lot to me. Honestly, it means as much to me as this channel. And I do think the content over there is very entertaining and fun. What I will say to start this video out is that recently T and I were playing around on a game. Maybe playing around in other ways. I won't, I don't kiss and tell. And we were having fun, hanging out, and talking about some video games, and the topic of video game reviews came up, and how commercialized they are, how widespread the idea is of creating a review to try and get your outlet noticed by a game. So you end up on the back of a box, or on the Steam reviews, or on the front page of YouTube. Essentially the idea of commercializing your opinion to try and get further by having a positive opinion of something. I thought it was an interesting discussion I did want to share with you guys. I will also have a little outro at the end, but I hope you'll check out Degenerate Plays. The link is in the description down below. So let's hop into it.
Well, and here's another problem that I think too, is like sometimes people will watch these, see these games come out, be like, well, I'll wait for the reviews to come out. The reviews come out and they're dishonest. Like they're not like, you'll get something from IGN where it's like, yeah, this is a 9 out of 10. It's like, bro, where'd you get the 9 out of 10 from? This is not a good game. Like you said, like this was good, this was nice. They're getting better every year, and that's the problem with a lot of these sports games. And even
a step in the right direction is basically that's the trademark copyright statement for like NBA, Madden, all of them, except for the show. The show stays. The
show is solid. Yeah, that's a good game.
But like they don't usually say that; they just say it's good.
Yeah, and that's it is. It's actually good. But then like with these other games, it's like I know they make so much money and they're they can be fun, but they're not what they should be, and you know that. So why aren't you being honest and actually grilling these guys a little bit? Because that would keep me from buying the game and waiting to maybe try it next year.
That's why I think you almost have to, not that everyone's truthful, but you almost have to go to YouTube or Twitch or these other places where you're going to see the game operating.
Yes.
And maybe hear someone's hands-on opinions on it. I know that that's frustrating because that kind of ruins pre-orders because like you have to wait until it's released.
And then there's stuff in the pre-order bonuses that you can't get. Like there's sometimes where you literally can't get it if it's a pre-order bonus, which sucks.
That's dumb. But another anti-consumer practice, in my opinion, that's not the consumer's fault, but it is the company's.
100%.
I think that Charlie, Critical, he put it really well when he was talking about this, and he said... he was talking about Pokemon, and he was talking about how, like, the reviews for that, they've been mentioning a step in the right direction, for a few years now, but, like, no one ever says it got to the right direction. That's kind of how I feel with COD, is, like, they'll keep mentioning, like, yeah, it's doing some good things, it's doing these right things. You go, like, do a word search on their review to, like, the reviews from last year, and you'll find very similar statements.
That's not
good. That's the... games journalists, which barely exist anymore, really, in terms of being honest.
Yeah.
That's them enabling it. So, like, you can attack the gamers who just buy something to try and have a fun time and forget about how hard their life is, or you can look at the companies are operating in bad faith. The games journalists, TM, because I don't really think they're journalists usually, are operating in bad faith. They're, a lot of the times, or have a vested interest in something. Or you'll get these random things where you'll have, like, some guy review Uncharted who hates Uncharted. And that's, and he hates Uncharted from the start. And you put him on an Uncharted 4 review or something. Why? Like, what's he reviewing?
Why did we do that? Yeah.
He's not the expert on the games. He never liked them. Why is he the one being the reviewer? Like that kind of stuff. I think there's a lot of dishonesty at a lot of levels before you hit gamers are the problem.
Yes.
And I think that people aren't willing to talk about that. Because it's easier to just blame everyone around you. Like, I didn't buy COD, you did, and it's bad. Well, why'd you buy it?
It's like, well, I have to deliberately go out of my way to find a YouTuber that I can trust to give me the right information to know whether or not a game is good. And even then, I could disagree at the end of the day and be wrong.
And then later on, all of a sudden, you find out they're trying to bang their fans that are like 15 years old.
Yeah.
A year later, and you're like, well, now I don't know if I should have taken your COD opinion seriously. That happens too much, too.
And it worked. You did bang me. So that's...
financially, at least. Dude, seriously, like, it's just, you don't know who you can trust. And even you and me, like, I can give you all my opinions on something. You might have different ones.
Yeah.
And that's
true.
That's totally fine. And, I might make some good points, and you still might not agree. Like, you and I have some different opinions on The Last Jedi. I really like the last 20 minutes. The entire movie leading up to that ruins it so bad for you that it's just not enjoyable, even those 20 minutes, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's okay. You don't have to...
I don't despise the last 20 minutes, but even then, the last 20 minutes, that battle pissed me off because how did Rose catch up to Finn there? That doesn't make any sense.
With the power of love.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, but like that's what I'm saying too, is like there's way too much the tribalism, the fandom, the blaming people for the problems and not blaming the companies enough. Dude, these companies need to be held responsible at some point. Even just through words. Yeah, it doesn't do that much, but at least it's something. And people... They're willing to push the blame
feedback, because even if these like corporations that are reviewing things are honest and say like, hey, listen, like I know you want to put our review in your marketing of like, hey, 9 out of 10 or hey, 10 out of 10. I'm giving you a 5. Like, you clearly didn't try this year. Try again next year, and we'll see what happens here. But if you're constantly just giving out like, yes, a good game. Oh, what a blast. This was fun. It's like, well, they're just going to keep doing this, and it doesn't matter. The effort's not going to change, because games used to be, why did the standard shift, and when did it shift so much to where like people used to, I mean, it was year to year, massive features were added to these games and huge difference makers, and they clearly spent a lot of time the second the current game was launched on developing new stuff in the new game and implementing the feedback that they got from people.
Did you enjoy this video? Well, there's plenty more over on Degenerate Plays, where we play through all kinds of video games together. That's our Let's Play channel. We hang out, have fun, laugh, talk, love, cry. The drama is all there. If you've ever said, and you would be the only person in the world, hey, I want a Degenerate J podcast, well, this is where we hang out podcast style, playing games, making jokes, talking about serious stuff as well, and just hanging out on the couch with each other. So come on over and hang out with us on Degenerate Plays. The link is in the description down below. Or if you're interested in a more condensed experience, there is also a playlist of Degenerate Plays best ofs here on Degenerate J for you to check out. Hope you'll enjoy it and have a fantastic day.